Good afternoon. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to share our kickoff event for the Healing House. My name is Paul Tomkins. It is my honor to serve on the board with Amy in this great organization. I'm an attorney by trade. My practice covers a wide variety of areas, including workers' compensation, human rights, and law guardian work. Several months ago, I received a telephone call in my office from the mother of one of my clients. The woman, who I had known only in passing prior to our telephone discussion, described how she wanted to build a house to serve the needs of victims of sexual abuse. That woman, Amy Petrick, was seeking general advice and possibly a referral to another attorney who might be interested in providing pro bono services to her organization. During our brief conversation, I believe a part of me was awoken. I've known Amy no more than a passing acquaintance up until that point, yet some part of me, I think, had been waiting for Amy's call for a long time. I've never been the victim of sexual abuse, at least directly, but throughout my childhood, I had occasion to witness the sexual abuse of a sibling by my father. As crazy as it sounds, given the physical violence and psychological abuse directed at all the children in my family by this parent, what happened to my sister, including assault and the taking of nude photographs, seemed almost normal. After years of this occurring, then in her mid-teens, my sister went to authorities for help. The evening the report was made, DSS and officials, along with local police, showed up to my house and served my father with an order of protection. My sisters were removed from the home because it was believed that my mother was an accomplice, or at least would protect my father. The sister who had been victimized by sexual abuse received 10 to 12 sessions of counseling, but remained in foster care throughout the rest of her high school career. While in foster care, she was ostracized by members of her own family. During the course of the ensuing family court trial, she was placed under massive pressure to recant or rewrite her own story. Despite my sister's coerced recantation, the family court judge found that my father had committed acts constituting sexual abuse. After a lengthy appeal, the appellate division, one of the highest courts in this state, affirmed that finding. That appellate division's decision it's cited under a pseudonym, In Re Karen BB, has been cited in numerous legal treatises and subsequent court decisions, upholding findings of sexual abuse in situations where court finds that a recantation was made under coercion or duress. The months and years following that fateful night when the police and social services intervened in the lives of my family were consumed by efforts of police, prosecutors, and members of the Department of Social Services to secure a finding of neglect, prosecute my father, and force him to attend treatment as a sexual abuser. My sister, who had been subjected to years of sexual assault by a family member and subsequently cast out of her family when she attempted to take steps to protect herself, received the mental health equivalent of first aid treatment. Despite having undiagnosed major depression and PTSD, my sister pressed forward, securing a master's degree in education and starting a family of her own. While she has managed to forge ahead in aspects of her life, her untreated condition has caused her pain in ways that I can't describe here. To this day, there are parts of her which blame herself for what happened. The effects of all this translate into a very typical picture for victims of abuse: substance and eating issues and destructive relationships. I'm watching my sister struggle with these issues. It's like seeing the very ugly ripples of a terrible splash that happened a very long time ago. My sister does not live in this area, but I'm hoping to find her the type of help that the Healing House can offer. I believe in this idea. I believe in the Healing House, a place that will provide victims of sexual assault the help they need. This is an outstanding idea, and frankly, embarrassingly obvious. We don't think twice about building hospitals to treat physical wounds. We wouldn't think twice about suggesting that a robbery victim with a head wound go to the hospital for appropriate treatment. We wouldn't send them to a walk-in center or a nurse. Persons who require assistance with drug rehabilitation, eating disorders, concussion injury, sleep disorders, and a myriad of other conditions have places they can go in this area. I believe it is the stigma that is attached to sex and sexual abuse in our society which has prevented us from recognizing and comprehending that victims of sexual abuse have sustained injuries that are real and as real as a gunshot wound. This has prevented us from moving forward as a society and providing treatment for people who are injured by sexual abuse or assault. I think everybody that's in here is in here for two reasons. First, you likely received a call from somebody. Amy called a lot of people. Secondly, and even more importantly, you're here because you felt the call to be here. I think Amy's a great person, but if she had invited me to certain other events, I might have declined. And I think all of you maybe received the call, but we're here for reasons beyond Amy Petrick. On behalf of the board and the other volunteers for the Healing House, I would like to thank and congratulate all of you for accepting that call. I look forward to working with all of you toward this dream, and thank you again for being here. Each and every one of you has a brochure laying out near you. That brochure has a small insert which describes membership. Membership is important in two regards. One, membership fees will help support and drive this organization. We've collected several $1,000s in donations. We anticipate collecting several thousand more from corporate and other sponsorships. But we need your help. Your help in terms of dollars and your help in terms of signing on, putting your name on the line, indicating that you will be a part of this. Moving forward, the future involves requesting I'm just reminded, I have 5 kids at home. This is like my house, but can't get a word out. Moving forward, one of the largest pieces to making this happen is going to be grant application. And it's my firm belief, although I'm not a grant writer, Mr. Petrick is, and I'm going to defer to him in a moment, that I believe any organization or any institution that's looking to help fund this will take a much harder look at us if we have strong membership. So the money's important, it's a great piece, your contribution is going to help, but equally as important is that you put your name behind this. So again, I appreciate all of you coming here, thank you very much, and I defer to Mr. Petrick.